Hey everybody, welcome back to the wood shop.
Today we're going to be making a small keepsake box made out of a reclaimed fence picket. Now we've done projects with fence pickets before. This is from that same set of wood. So let's continue this reclaimed wood series and get started.
Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is cut off the parts of the board that have the screw holes in them where this was screwed to the fence runners. We'll go ahead and get rid of them.
Alright, so what we're going to do next is plane this fence picket, and this has been outside in the weather. It's got a couple of issues. One, it's cupped, and I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it is cupped. And then the other is it's got a wicked twist in it. Like, I don't know if you can see this either, but it's like crazy. It's really out of shape. So we're going to take this through the planer really slowly, really gently, really shallow, and try to shape this board to as flat as we can get it. So let's get started.
Okay, now we have our board all planed. You can see it's shiny on both sides. We got rid of most of the cup and the bow. It's still a little bit twisted, but I think we can work with that with such short pieces and everything. Now we're going to rip 1/4 inch from each side of this board. These fence pickets are 5.5 inches. We're going to make the height of our box 5 inches. So we'll go ahead and clean up both edges and take off 1/4 inch. Alright, you saw I went ahead and cut off the ends of this board and squared them up, so now we're ready to make our length cuts. The outside measurements of this box will be 5 by 7 corner to corner. Now I'm going to start by cutting these boards at 8 and 6 inches. That way it gives me room to make all the miter cuts and everything work out good. Now I've got a stop point set up on the fence here because you don't want to drag your board along the fence while you're making these cuts. So I've measured over from this stop block to the inside of the blade is 8 inches. I'll put the board up against the stop block and see when you go ahead and get into the blade, you're already past this and your board's not dragging the fence. Okay, now that we have our boards cut to length, we're over here at the router table. We're going to make things a little bit easier by going ahead and cutting rabbets in these right now to accommodate the top and the bottom.
Alright, now that we have all the rabbets cut in the pieces for our box, we're going to come over to the table saw and cut bevels, 45-degree bevels. You don't always want to trust your table saw. So it's got a gauge on here that you can set the blade at certain angles. But we have this nice angle finder. We've double checked, and this is 45 degrees. So let's go ahead, cut off the ends of these boards, and we will dry fit our box together. All right, we've got all the sides for the box put together, and we're just taking a measurement here to see how large we need to cut the piece of wood for the top of the box. And we're also flipping the box over to take measurements for the bottom. In theory, they should be the same size, but you never know.
Alright, now we have all 6 pieces cut out and mitered. Now if you'll notice when I was doing the top and the bottom piece, I snuck up on the cut really slow, just removed a little bit at a time and kept testing the fit. You don't want to be too loose. Too tight is a lot better than too loose because you can always sand a little off. So we've got these fitting good and snug now. We're going to go ahead and dry fit this together.
So that will be the top, and that will be the bottom. So the next thing we're going to do now that we know that everything fits really well together is get these pieces back apart and sand the faces of the inside of each piece, because it's going to be a lot easier to sand those now instead of when the box is actually constructed. So we will sand the faces of the inside and just the faces. You don't want to sand any of the edges and throw those angles off or the fit or anything. Alright, as you can see, we've got our box out of the clamps, and we're going to give it a nice light sanding before we take it to the table saw to cut it into 2 sections. We're just going to use some 120 and very lightly. We just want to smooth it up just a bit. Be careful around the edges because you don't want to round those over.
Now we finally made it to the stage in this process where we're going to separate the lid from the body of the box. We're going to do that with the table saw. I'm going to saw this box all the way around on every side to make the lid 1 inch tall. That'll leave the body of the box to be 3 7/8 of an inch, since the overall box is 5 inches.
Alright, before we put on the hardware, we're going to just apply some paste wax to this box. It's going to condition it, just give it a little bit of a shine, not too much. Really easy. You can see how it brings out that natural beauty of the wood.
Alright, now that the lid has been cut off, we're going to put it back on with some butterfly hinges. Now you can see, with a little bit of time and a little bit of free materials, you can make yourself a nice little keepsake box out of an old fence picket.
If you like this project and want to see more great things made out of reclaimed wood, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Never miss an episode of Woodsongs by Russell.
Thanks for joining us today, and remember, happy woodworking.